Good morning, everyone. This is my UFO 50 tier list after 200 hours. I think it's closer to 220 at this point, but I don't want to play for another 30 hours to make it an even number, so we're just doing it now. A lot of people are posting their tier list. I want to make one myself because I love UFO 50. It's one of my favorite games of all time after putting this much time into it. I love most of these games. There's really just so many gems on here. I've really grown to... I love this collection so much. And here I'm going to be ranking all of them from S to F tier. I promise these are going to be the lowest tiers on here, the smallest amount. Most of these games are pretty good. S tiers are obviously the best. A tiers just really great. A minus, I had too many A tiers when I planned this out, so I had to split them in half. You know, some of the lower games are a bit more flawed or just less my style. I think C tier is the one I designated for games with less playtime that I need more time into. The lowest amount of playtime I have in a game is about 30 to 40 minutes, and the most I have is 24 minutes. I have all 50 gifts, 37 golds, and 18 different cherries. So I do have quite a lot of progress. I'm not quite 100% there yet. Some of these games are gonna be really difficult to get to 100%. I'm really nervous about getting all of these. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, honestly, before I start just hating the game. I don't want to get to that point where I'm just left on these games that are just like too hard for me and I'm just getting frustrated. But I think I've made pretty good progress, so I feel qualified to rank all of these at some capacity. Some more than others, but, you know. We're going to start with Barbuda, the first game on the collection. This is a very polarizing game, to say the least. A lot of people really don't like it. A lot of people just love it. It has more video essays than any of these games on the internet trying to defend it. And honestly, I'm really on the lower end of this. I'm going to put it in D tier, and I don't dislike Barbuda. I'm going to be honest. Anything above F, I still like. But I really can't say much about Barbuda. I really wouldn't play it if it wasn't on the collection. A lot of people really praise this game for the exploration, finding the secrets, and the puzzle-solving aspects of this game. But really, the game is just super, super slow. It is not that fun to control. The combat is terrible. And people want to explore this world, but it's not that fun to explore. It's not fun to backtrack, you know. I gotta admit, the most fun I'm having with it is when I'm making more progress in the game. I'm finding new things. But then, I don't want to go back to that point again. It's just so tedious, and it's just hard for me to really appreciate what everyone else is going crazy about it for. I just can't really get into it as much. I'll probably beat it eventually. It's not that hard from how far I've made it already. But I think the last time I played it, I figured out that one A-B room. So I think I'm probably close, but I have to find out some perfect route. It'll be fine, but... yeah, no, this one's not really doing it for me. It's just not really fun to move around. And there's no music, and the aesthetic's kind of boring, so not really my thing. On most of these tier list videos I've seen so far, they might put Barbuda really low, and then Bug Hunter goes all the way up in like A or S tier, like, oh, but the game's getting great immediately. And I'm gonna be honest, I do not agree at all. In fact, I think Bug Hunter is my least favorite game out of all 50. I promise that the tier list is going to get more top-sided later. I don't dislike the game because I'm starting off on D and F, but honestly, I hate Bug Hunter. It is my least favorite game on here. It's so frustrating. I know a lot of it is a skill issue thing, and that's definitely part of it, but I just don't have fun with it either. I think there's probably harder games on here. This was definitely the hardest gift. Not for gold, probably, but the gift was really difficult comparing to gifts. It was just beating one job, and I was getting so frustrated. Bug Hunter makes me feel very helpless. I know all the strategies. I've read the guides. I've read the advice online, and it's like I'm getting better with it, but it's not helping me at all. I still feel like I need to use like 4 moves just to kill like one bug sometimes. It's very annoying for me. And oftentimes, I just feel like this is a lost run after, like, 2 days. There's just nothing I can do about it. And honestly, my least favorite thing about Bug Hunter is the fact that to make progress, it's all about getting streaks. This isn't a bonus thing. If you get really good at the game, you can go for streaks. Maybe that's a cherry requirement. No, if you lose, you just start over, and it's already kicking my butt so hard. And that's really frustrating. It just stresses me out to play it. They do have a practice mode, and I haven't even beaten day 2 once yet. Honestly, this game makes me so mad that I do that one terminal code for the level select just so it doesn't go up on my playtime list, because I just don't want to. I don't want to see it higher because I just get mad at this game and I just don't find it fun. And there's no music. Neither of these games have any music, so it's going to go at the bottom for me. I just find it super unfun, very frustrating. And when I have one, it doesn't even feel that satisfying. It just feels like I got carried by the luck. You know, the RNG in this one is super, super annoying. A lot of these games have RNG and they make the game fun, honestly, and this one just makes me mad. Especially trying to upgrade your modules, just the inconsistency. You can't really make a strategy as often as I'd want to. I feel like I'm just carried by them or just screwed over by what I get. And then, every single bug that can evolve is annoying. Some are less annoying, but they're all annoying. They all make me mad in some way. Especially the red ones with the drones, they're just so terrible, but like also the ones that take 2 hits, the ones that rise the platforms, the ones that leave holes. Like every single one of them is still annoying. The ones that make the cubes anti. Like I can't stand a single one of these bugs. They're all 6 bug variants are just annoying, and this game frustrates the crap out of me. So it's going in F tier. I really don't like Bug Hunter. Next up is Ninpeck. And now Ninpeck is the most basic of the game so far, so it feels weird putting it higher, but Ninpeck's going in the B tier. I like Ninpeck quite a lot. It's very simple. It's just a platformer. The game's about 10 to 12 minutes long to beat. It's just one level. It's an auto-scroller, and that's kind of it. You have a projectile and a double jump, and you just gotta survive it. But it's still really fun. The game controls really great. I mean, moving up from something like Barbuda, the way you control Ninpeck is just really satisfying, really great air mobility. And it's really fun getting better every time you play it. There's ways to really get new height. The way you can score is really fun, trying to get the eggs after defeating enemies, different routes every time. It's just very fast-paced, and that makes it really fun to replay. I beat this game pretty early on. Then I didn't really attempt Cherry for a long time, so now that I went back to Ninpeck, I'm kind of relearning the game again, just to beat the gold again. And it's still pretty fun. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm getting closer, and it's just really satisfying. And there's just not much to it. I definitely wouldn't call it any of my favorites. I remember the Donkey video, he played it for like half the video, loving this one. I'm just like, it's just the 2D ninja platformer. There's nothing that special. But it's really well thought out. It's really smart. It's really great. So, yeah. I'll put it in the B tier for now. Next up is Paint Chase. I really want to like Paint Chase more. The concept of it is just great. It's got a really nice balance between puzzle strategy game versus fast-paced and reflex. Really great, but I really don't like the progression of how Paint Chase works. I wish it was a level select instead of, you know, an arcade style beat all the levels at once. Because when I lose a level, I get really like locked in. I want to learn this level. I want to learn the nice routes to take, and you don't really get time to learn these levels. You kind of have to just nail it at the first time. You have to get the strategy from the get-go and just keep going forward. And I just don't really like it. It makes it hard to replay either. I mean, the game's still pretty easy. I've already gotten the gold on this one. I have not done Cherry yet, but I've gotten the gold, and I was pretty close to Cherry, I think, but it's too much of a commitment to play. I really wish there was just like, I could really focus on levels and not the arcade style. It makes it just more of too much of a commitment for a game that I just feel like doesn't fit the style as much. And yeah. Oh, speaking of which, the last 2 games have really had a huge upgrade in the music. I like both of the songs of these games quite a bit, actually. So it's crazy how they went from no music to really good music, but yeah. Next is Magic Garden. I think at some point I went from really liking this one, then to not liking it, then to really liking it again. This is probably the simplest game of the whole collection. It's one screen. This probably took like the shortest development, but it's really good. It's really well thought out. It's a cool mix of Snake and Pac-Man. And the reason I think I fell out of this game after a bit is because if you want to beat the game, it's actually really easy. You just go for like 6 oppies at once, potion, clear out the map, and then go again. It's not like the spawn rate increases, so if you just keep having the map as clear as possible, it's actually really easy. But then they have the cherry requirement, which actually requires you to get a really high score. And the strategy for that is way more fun. It's way harder. Oh my gosh, it's way harder. I'm not even close. It is kicking my ass, but no. The strategy for it is you have to really stack up on oppies, let as many blue oppies on the screen as possible, save up multiple potions at once to go for one gigantic clear, and it really becomes hard. It's like a bullet hell at times, just trying to dodge all these things, watching your eyes to know where they're going to move and planning how you're going to move. Oh my gosh, it's really satisfying. I really like it. I'm still gonna go in the B tier because it's just an arcade game. And it's pretty simple. Like once I do get that cherry requirement, I don't see myself playing this one really. But no, I really like Magic Garden. It was pretty good. All right, this might be my most controversial take, besides I guess maybe Bug Hunter, but I don't really care about Mortal that much. A lot of people love Mortal, and I think it's all right. I don't dislike it. Like, it's 2 tiers above the dislike tier. It's really just okay. It's really clever. I'll give it that. It's really genius. Like, I think at an objective level, this is one of the most interesting platformers ever. Having to... The progression is so interesting. Having to go back to previous levels to save up more lives to bring to the next level. It's really satisfying to figure out ways to save more lives than the last attempts. It's pretty great. I think the only thing it's missing is it doesn't really control that satisfying. It's kind of a stiff, yet also kind of loose platformer at the same time. It can be annoying retreading levels over and over again over slight mistakes, trying to be as optimal as possible, and they're just getting clipped by a little enemy, and I don't know. It just can be kind of annoying, I think, and it doesn't really... It was hard for me to get into Mortal because once I got the gift, I didn't play it for a while. And the longer you don't play Mortal, the harder it is to go back to it, because then you have to relearn the levels again. Because now you just have to go back to multiple levels before and do them all over, and it gets repetitive. It gets really repetitive for me. And it's not like as satisfying to control as something like Ninpak or heck even Velgress, the next game. It's just whatever. I think it's a genius game, but it's really just not hitting it for me. No problem with it. Alright, well next up, we're going to move on to Velgress. In Velgress, this is the first game so far that I have a cherry for, and I'm going to put it in the A tier. I'm a huge fan of the game Downwell, and this game is very similar to that, very similar vibes. Not as good as Downwell, I love Downwell, but you could definitely see the inspiration on this one. This is, again, a really simple platformer. It controls amazingly, she has amazing air mobility, she's practically Jigglypuff when you're in the air. It's really quick shooting, and it's just really satisfying. It's really easy to plan out routes. It's really fast-paced, but you still have a lot of time to think out your next moves pretty quickly. I think people panic when they see the platform disappearing, but you really have a lot more time than you think, and it's really, really satisfying. It's still really fast-paced, very pick up and play. Just try to get the best score possible. I wish the upgrades were more interesting. I think it's my only issue. They're all kind of just... They don't really change how you play at all. Nothing besides maybe the extra jump. They don't really change how you play. They're not really that different, so it's not like that fun roguelikes having really variety. It's not going to change that much once you've beaten the game. So it's definitely not an S tier, unfortunately, but it's just really fun to control. Great music, especially the first song. You want to stop playing the game, but then the first part of stage 1 starts up again. You have to keep going again. You just can't. It's hard to turn off sometimes, but you know, this is a great introduction to Alpha. She has great games, but yeah, it's just gonna be an A tier. Really fun. Next up, another controversial opinion for me, but Planet Zoldath is getting a B tier. I liked Planet Zoldath. I don't know why people didn't like it that much. I mean, I kind of get it. There are some objective problems with it. I saw a post recently where the first screen they landed on was just a soft lock. Like this game can't be any higher than B tier. Okay, there's some truth to it, but I had fun with it. It's pretty easy. It's really hard to die, honestly. Like, once you know the snails kill you, like, okay, don't touch the snails. You have an item that just prints infinite health. It's really not hard. It's a really easy game. Like, my first winning attempt, it took me an hour, yeah. But, like, I was never at risk of dying at all. Like, the only thing that was stopping me was from resetting it and I just didn't know what the secret path was. I got confused by that, but that was it. And I thought it was pretty fun. It's pretty replayable, as it's randomly generated every time. It's pretty simple, it's kind of quiet, the music's kind of relaxing. If not, I wish it looped better when you, like, picked up an item or something. But, you know, I like it. It's just these, like, old, like, MS-DOS games that are just, you have to solve some puzzles. Or on a small little world, it's like 6x5, not that big. And it's just fun. I don't really know what to say. I had a lot of fun playing Planet Zoldath. Nothing really got me frustrated. It's a bit jank, but it's just low-key. I think that's the best way to put it. It's a low-key game. I've beaten it 3 times now, got the cherry twice, because it's pretty easy, like I said, but it's fun. It's fun. I like exploring Zoldath. So, yeah. Next up is A Tactics. A Tactics is great. Oh, this one's really fun. It's the only game that's in all 4 categories. It's in Quick Play, Epic Play, Reflex Play, and Thinky Play. That just shows how good this one is, I think. It's so much depth to it. It's really fun. It's not one of my favorites. I wish there was a bit more variety to it, especially like the backgrounds and music. It doesn't really do it. The aesthetic doesn't do anything for me, really. And this game is also really hard. It's one of those games where I get stuck on a level forever. I don't play it for a few days. I go back to it and I win it immediately. And I'm like, oh wow, I just did it. Crazy. But I'm really close to being the ranked mode. I'm like between 70 and 80 on rank, but I keep choking and it's getting me frustrated. But this game's really great. It's got just a mix of everything. You know, reflex and thinky. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm putting that much thought into winning sometimes, because you're really just playing fast, and you lose track of so many pieces pretty quickly, but sometimes you really just can just lock in, and it's really satisfying once your offense gets like, you can push past their defense, and all the strategy is just really satisfying. It's a really satisfying thing. That's the one thing I can say about it. It was really fun multiplayer too. I played it with my brother, and I kept doing the grunt stacking and just wiping the floor with him. He couldn't get past my defense. It was really fun. I like A Tactics. I smile thinking about this one. But I guess I don't know why. I can't really put an S tier. I guess I just wish there was more variety to it. Or if I was really my winning attempts were less of me turning my brain off and just hoping things work. Like, a lot of my wins are not intentional, though. That's the real thing. It's definitely not intentional when I win. But, you know, I still really like it. It's really fun. Alright, last game of the first row, we have Devolition. Out of all the games I haven't beaten yet, this one I'm the closest to beating. I've made it to stage 9. And I know stage 10 isn't that hard. And I'm not sure if I'll get the cherry the first time. I'm pretty close to being Devolition. Devolition's pretty good. I'm gonna put it in the end of B tier for now. It's pretty simple. Out of the strategy games, it's pretty easy to figure out. You're just trying to make chain reactions. The progression is really satisfying on this one. Getting a perfect clear on stages, giving you the extra villagers, which can be a benefit or a downside sometimes. The way that you can sometimes just leave demons for the next stage. I find it really satisfying to progress in this game. I think that it's really smart for how simple it is. And the chain reactions can be really satisfying. I'm getting a lot better at those, especially being faster at planning them out instead of spending like 10 minutes on stage 1, like the first time I played this game, like really overthinking everything. But it's hard. I get really stressed out playing it, but that's a good thing. And I'm probably close to beating it, and it's gonna be really satisfying when I can finally pull that off. But yeah, I guess it's not one of my favorites either, considering the fact that it's taken me this long to finally lock in and playing it. And I definitely get frustrated with the RNG. Sometimes it's not perfect. Sometimes you just get the most terrible placements ever. But, you know, it's a fun game. That's all I gotta say. Alright, now we have the first S tier of the day. We have Kick Club. Some people might hate me for this. I've seen some people really rage at Kick Club for being really hard. And it is hard. It took me about 4 hours to beat, and it's not that long of a game, so... yeah, but this game is so fun. It is so satisfying. It controls great. I love pulling off amazing trick shots with the soccer ball or the football, depending on where you're from. Oh man, you could be so creative with this one. It feels like it feels like each level was planned out with perfect shots in mind, yet there's so much flexibility to it in the first place. Oh man, you don't even need to see where you're aiming the ball. It's not like I have a cursor or anything, but it just goes wherever you want it to. It does whatever you want all the time. It's really great. Oh man, that's why I didn't mind replaying the game over and over and over again, because I was getting better every single time. And it was just really fun pulling off these shots all the time on these enemies and maneuvering around. And the game has a lot of charm. It's got this bubble bobble kind of style. You're just picking up food off the ground. You got cute little enemies. You're just in sports themes world. It's just really charming. I really love it. I love how the last level is USA World. This is your best attempt yet. You've made it to USA World the first time. You get to the first stage. You see those football guys, and you're just like, boop, doop, boop, boop, ricochet their balls, and you die. And you're like, oh, great. And I didn't get to see any of this world. I'm dead immediately. That's a core memory I feel like a few of us have. But I loved it. I loved playing this one so much. I still play it for fun. It's really satisfying. I really want to get good at it. I wish I didn't cherry it the first time I beat it. That just shows, like, I played it so many times, I got so good at the early levels, and I cherried it, and now there's not much to do in it, but... oh man, this game was great. I had so much fun playing it all the time. So yeah, definitely an S tier. One of my favorites of the collection, definitely in the top 10. Kick Club is awesome. Avianos in A- tier. This game, I've beaten this game, but I have not cherried it. I keep doing Trial 1, thinking I've got it this time, and then they go to a battle and they have like 79 enemies. I don't know what they're doing. I need to figure it out. But this game is pretty fun. It was the last game I really gave a shot, because it was really complicated. You know, a game like a Tactics, which I think is a lot better at, you can figure it out by playing the game pretty well. This game still had a tutorial. Didn't really need one, but it has one. This game really needed one. I think that's a very big flaw, I have to say. It really needed a tutorial for people who have not played RTSs. But once I did kind of figure it out, I got really into it. It's pretty simple. I don't know if it's going to convince me to start playing more in the genre, but I like it. I wish there was music to it as well. So overall, it's a hard game, I think, to get into, but once you are, it can be pretty fun. Compared to the other strategy games, like Bug Hunter, I feel like there's always a way for me to clutch this out. I never feel like super helpless. There's always a way to keep on going. And, you know, games can last quite a while. I say that, but I keep getting, like, frustrated at Trial 1, so, but... I have a lot more playtime for this game, clearly. You know, I have a lot more time for this. It's pretty fun. It's really satisfying when you do win. I feel really smart, like a smart boy. Avianos is pretty great. Next up is Mooncat. Now remember when I said Tactics is in all 4 categories? This game is in none of them. At all. I don't know what to say about Mooncat. It's going here. Here's what I tend to hear about Mooncat. Either people just hate it, or people are like, I hated it at first, but then I figured out the controls and found out it was some big masterpiece. I don't really know what they're talking about. Like, yeah, I figured out the controls, but the controls didn't really add much to the game. Like, I don't feel like it's, like, I still would have preferred if it controlled normally, I guess. Like, they're like, oh, there's so many cool movement options. Not really. I've watched the speedruns. They're not doing anything that fancy. They're just, what, dashing? Okay. It's not, there's nothing really there. It's really simple, actually. It's pretty slow. The game's really weird. The whole thing is just going for, like, no one knows what's going on. And sometimes it really hits, and sometimes it feels like it's just there for the sake of it. Like, when you start the game, you're a different colored Mooncat. You have a little thing following you, And then you go up there, and then you die, and there's a little fetus mooncat, and then the game actually starts every time you play the game. Does it mean anything? No. There's no lore to that. It's just nothing. It's just there, and it's just like, okay, when you die, there's fish. Okay, I don't know. What am I supposed to say about this? But the game is also a huge vibe sometimes. Obviously, like, the forest, the overworld, amazing. I loved it. The music, one of the best in the whole game. The music of Mooncat is amazing. That's one thing I have to give it credit for all the time, is the music is great in Mooncat. There's that vertical section in the overworld A where I really felt like this game is kind of beautiful. I loved looking at it. It reminds me a lot of my favorite like Genesis games growing up that I used to play. It's got really great charm. And then you have levels like just the caves. It's like, okay. They don't keep up the weirdness long enough, and then it just becomes like, okay, there's skulls and eyeballs and birds. Like, and then you warp in places. This place is beautiful. It's totally fitting the vibe. And you're walking on clouds, or sometimes you're underwater and it's great, and sometimes the vibe is just like you're in the castle, and it's just like, whatever. It means nothing. It doesn't keep it up. It's just, I don't know what to say about Mooncat. Like, I like it. And I don't know how you cherry it without a guide. I guess you could just like look for the warp for hours. You might want to look for every room in the game. I guess I have 28 of them. I guess, who cares? I'm not really interested. I don't know. I liked it. It's just a platformer. It's hard to really make a platformer that bad, I guess. Especially one so simple. It's got weird controls. But it's just gonna be in B tier. Next up is Bushido Ball. This one is going in the A- tier, and I think I'm gonna put it above both these games. Bushido Ball is really fun. It's like Windjammers, which no one knows what that is, but like it's what it's like. One of the best of the sports games on here. All 6 characters feel pretty distinct from each other when playing as them. I beat the game the first time as Ayumi. The game's really easy to beat because you get infinite continues, but the chariot is insanely hard. I did that with Raizo, and it took me a while. But game's really fun. It's really fun multiplayer too. One of the best for multiplayer on here. If you could play it locally with anybody, really would recommend it. This other game that I really just don't care about the aesthetic for. Like, so far, A- tier are games that, like, I just wish had better, like, music or design. I've always found, like, Samurai really boring. Like, this whole aesthetic, it's a really boring thing. Sorry to my friend Spixie, who's been simping over one for the last, like, 10 months, but I don't find Samurai interesting at all. They're kind of dumb looking. So, like, this game does not do it for me aesthetically. All the maps are kind of boring, too. And once I have cherried it, there's not much more for me to do. There's no real content. It's just, you know, the tournament mode with 6 characters. So I wouldn't put it in the S tier or anything, but it's really fun. It's really fun. It controls great. It's really satisfying. All the characters feel different. So it's A- tier. Pretty good. Next up is Block Koala. I have very conflicting opinions about Block Koala. This is coming from someone who has cherried the game. There are so many times where I said out loud, I hate Block Koala. But I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it in the B tier. Yeah, that seems right. The game was just hard. It really was hard. It's a Sukapon game, a block pusher. It's pretty complicated to figure out at first, but it's easy to figure out with time. This game, I spent a long time. It's still in like my top 5 most played. It took me a while to figure this one out. And there's 50 levels of this. 50 levels. 50. That was not. You do not need 50 levels. There are some genuine critiques. The aesthetic is just dull pretty quickly. The music, it was alright. It did what it had to do. Like, not every game has to be like cute space stuff to appeal to me. Like, it's fine, but there was not enough variety, I think, again. I like how some levels had multiple ways of solving it, especially the last level with Flamingus. Great villain name, by the way. I felt like I cheesed it. I did not do the official thing, because some blocks I never even pushed, and I beat that level. The game also got easier, In, like, the last third of it, they introduced the frog, and I dreaded it so much, but, like, that kind of made the level design a lot simpler, too, to accommodate him, and eventually you just figure it out. Like, I think the hardest levels were in, like, the first 20, and I think they just lost some steam eventually, and it just kind of kept going and going and going. Because once I got near the second half, I beat the game a lot faster, and I don't think it was me getting better at it, because I definitely spent a lot of time on levels still. But yeah, it's just block koala. It's a block pushing game. If you're into that, this game might be great. Some people said it's actually pretty easy for a Sukkapon game. Like, really? That's crazy. This game was really hard. But it's simple. I can't say I dislike it. Even though I played it so much, I've had to hate it, and I felt really satisfied for beating it. It's just, well, I can't put it anywhere but B tier. I got a lot of B tier so far. I need this to shift a bit. But next is Camouflage. And yeah, this one's also going in the B tier. Probably below Mooncat. So, this game comes right after Block Koala. It is a puzzle game. And this one has a way better aesthetic. It's got like a coloring book kind of thing going on. It's got one of the best songs of the whole collection. Oh my god, I love the song from Camouflage. The game's it's a lot more unique. I've never seen a puzzle game like this before. It's honestly a bit easier than Block Koala too. You can kind of brute force it sometimes if you really, really want to. But why are there only like 13 levels? Why is the game so short? The game is unnecessarily short. I can't believe it. And it also had the same problem as Block Koala, where later levels got easy. You added enemies that move, and that just made the game a lot easier, honestly. Like, it's intimidating at first, and you realize, I'm just gonna follow behind it. I don't gotta worry about colors as much. And then the game's just over. And this is a game I feel like no one has the gold for, everyone has the cherry for. I don't understand how you could play this game and not go for, like, the oranges and the baby the first try anyway. Everyone I've seen play the game does that instinctively. Like, well, I just gotta do it. And that's the whole cherry requirement, is 100%. Like, are you really, is someone out there really beating levels in Camouflage just going straight to the exit? Like, no one does that, which means there's even less content. Because I beat the levels right away, and the game's just over. Now what do I do? The game's just too short. If the game had like 20 more levels, A tier maybe, but like, it's so short, and the game just loses steam so quickly. Only like 6 of the levels are like really engaging, and then it's just kind of over. So unfortunately, it's just a B tier. I want to like this game so much more, but it's just so short. Alright, we're at the first of the Campanella games, unless you count Planet Zoldath, I guess, but Campanella 1 is going to go at the bottom of the A- tier for now. A really great start to the Campanella games. Similar to Mooncat, it has some charm a lot and then doesn't sometimes. Stages 3 and 5 just did not do anything for me. Especially stage 5, I was just like, this is whatever. But then there's a diner themed area. Oh, it really hit. In the beach one, oh, that was great. I've gotten the gold for this one. I have yet to get the cherry for it. I've gotten like 28 coffees. And the problem is, I have not played Campanella in a long time, considering my playtime. Once I've beaten it, I went to Campanella 2, and that game took me like 20 hours to beat. Of me not playing Campanella, and me playing other games in between. And granted, I might be better at controlling the UFO now, since I've played like 20 hours at Campanella 2. But I have to relearn these levels again, so it might be tedious to get the coffee, so I haven't been doing it much, but I still liked it. It kind of reminds me of like some Flash games you might find online, instead of like an NES game. It's 50 one-screen courses, and that's it. You hover around, you can get lots of extra lives really quickly. It's fun. It's one of the more simple games on here. Not really much to explain. It's the first Campanella. Like, everyone loves Campanella. I wouldn't put it as one of my favorites or anything, but it was still one of the better games on the collection. I felt really satisfying to beat it. The game was pretty challenging. I probably need more play. I need to play it again if I want to get a better ranking, but like, I remember liking it quite a bit. There was a time when it was probably like my top 10 favorites, and it's just been a while, and like, it's not as interesting as the other Campanellas eventually, but yeah. Next is Golfaria, the first of the 2 golf games. And this one is going in C tier. In the middle of C tier. Golfaria has its strengths. A lot of people complain about the start, how you really don't know what to do. You don't have many strokes, and you kind of try to make progress, and you can't really figure out anything. But I actually really like that about the game. Yeah, it's not easy, but once it makes once you do figure it out really satisfying. It's a cool little world to explore, honestly. It's like a little Zelda RPG as a golf ball. And it's not that hard to figure out where to go. You find the widest ball, and then things start moving. And once you get some strokes, it's really easy to get more strokes, and then find new checkpoints and explore from there. And here's the problem. It gets stale pretty quickly. That's the thing for me. Eventually, like, the movement doesn't change that much. It's really just flicking your ball over and over and over and over again. There's no combat, really. Like, yeah, there's enemies, but there's not really combat. You're just going from place to place to place, trying to figure out where you haven't been so far. And honestly, this is a game I watched my brother beat all the way, and I only have like 30% of the game done. And man, the game just got so dull after a while, and now I'm like, great, I already know how this game goes, and now I just have to do it. I've been dreading it. I know it's not going to be that hard, but it just gets really repetitive just to flick around from place to place. Nothing really changes, even with the upgrades. It doesn't change all that much. It just... I wish there was more fun to control, I guess. Right? The world was a bit more interesting. I think it loses steam very quickly, and that's really the problem with Golfaria. It's really basic. I'm not that into it as much. But it's still a good game. I like the music quite a lot. And it's still satisfying at the start, and I might get more enjoyment playing it again, but yeah, for now, I'm just putting it in C tier. Next up is the Big Bell Race. This is the first game I actually beat. And then for some reason, I didn't really play it again for a while. And honestly, even though I can't put it in like that low, I have a soft spot for it. It's a D tier game, let's be real. Just like Campanella 1, each course is 1 screen big, and there's 8 courses. Right, canonically this game was made in like 2 weeks. And yeah, it's just, there's no content here. It is like the least amount of content of any of these games, really. It is a small racing game. That's not like it's fast-paced or anything. You're controlling the Campanella, right? Like, it's not like you're zooming anywhere, really. Like, there's, like, turbos, I guess. There's no random course. It's only one cup. That's just lame. Maybe if there was more, I would have liked it more, but yeah, there's not much to this one. It's just 8 courses. Like, I don't know what to say. It's really easy. I beat it on the first try, right? That was it. It was like, okay, guess that's done. That was the first game I beat. Then I went to Chariot. It was a bit harder. I messed up a couple times, but then they still did it. And like, in my playtime's like under an hour still, and I'm just done with it. I see this game on a low and a lot tier list. I think this is not really anyone's favorite. Like, the game's lower on my tier list. I'm like, someone really loves this one. Every game on here might be a favorite to somebody. This one's no one's favorite. Some people might like it, but it's just nothing there to it. So yeah, D tier. Alright, next up we have Warp Tank. Oh my god, this game is awesome. A tier. Second best so far. Warp Tank is great. I got the cherry for this one pretty recently, and I really liked it. I didn't notice the flowers the first time I beat the game, so I had to replay the levels. But that wasn't really a complaint, because I took a pause in between, so that way a lot of the levels were still fresh. It's really great. It's one of the most fun puzzle games on here. I love the level design is so genius sometimes, trying to figure out how to navigate it. It's really... the game is just great. The music's great. Everyone loves Warp Tank. It can be challenging, but it's not too bad. It's just really great difficulty. The only problem I have with it, well, 2 actually, I think the overworld is really bland. It's nice that it has it, but it can be really repetitive, especially when I was early on in the game. and I just kept getting like lost. It's like, this is kind of lame to explore over and over again. And then I think finding the coffees, they could be like, you know, a bit less, just try every block sometimes. Alright, it can be really lame at trying to find out where they are. Like, you just eventually you just have to give up. I'm just like, I can't keep looking for this much longer. I'm just getting annoyed. But man, the levels of Warp Tank are just really fun to try to figure out, really satisfying. It's got a great balance between reflex and thinky, honestly. And oh man, what a great experience Warp Tank is. I think everyone likes Warp Tank. We're about to get a nice upswing of games on here, let me tell you. On to row 3 now, we have Waldorf's Journey. Another B tier. I got a really long B tier so far. Eesh. Okay, but Waldorf's Journey, this game loses steam as well. Once you get past the initial, like, wow, a flying walrus, this is really fast, really fun. If you actually take the game seriously, it's a bit slower, and it's just, the level design is like nothing. It's randomly generated, just be like random platforms. It's still charming. I like the charm a lot. It can be really fun, but the game's kind of easy. In the cherry as well, there's a lot of extra shells in the door, so you can still get all 50 shells and still buy some items, so it's pretty simple. I think once you figure out, once you use items, the game gets really easy. Like, I think people try, like, not to use items, they try to save up the shells, but you can still do it and be fine. Just the canned fish carries, really does, and it makes the game really easy. You find the wind vein and the wind, the game's over. But it's still fun. The game's super charming. It was really fun on my first attempts. It's still fun showing other people what Waldorf's Journey is, because it's just so silly. It's fun to goof around in, but yeah, there's not much to this one. Alright, here we go. We have Porgy. Another S tier. I'm putting it above Kid Club too. Porgy's the best game we have so far. When I first played Porgy, I'm like, what the heck is Porgy? I played it, and I'm like, this looks like one of the more underrated games on here. I'm gonna play this one first, because I feel like no one else is playing this one. Turns out everybody loves Porgy, and the game took me so long to beat that it wasn't even my first game beaten. It took me like my 15th or something, because I was really stupid at it. I don't know why I was so incompetent at this game, honestly, but oh my gosh, I loved this one. I love the world, I love the charm to it. Porgy is adorable, and it was really satisfying to make progress. Like, sometimes it's like going back and forth. Some people might not like the backtracking. Like, it's kind of a Metroidvania, but like, I really had a lot of fun with it. Once I finally beat Lamia, the shark, oh my gosh, that was one of my favorite moments of UFO 50, honestly. Figuring out I could just retreat in the middle of the fight and he saves the health bar. Oh man. I don't really know what else to add with Porgy, honestly. It's really fun to explore. It's really fun to get more powerful. It's got a lot of charm. It's really low-key, yet just it can be kind of scary too, especially the lowest levels of underwater. It's a great experience. I put about like 5-6 hours in this one, and I really enjoyed it. I might play it again, although it might not be as fun being slow again, but I liked Porgy quite a lot. One of the best games on here. Highly recommend anybody who hasn't played through Porgy yet to give Porgy a shot. Next, Onion Delivery. This is another A tier. I told you, we got an upswing of games coming up here. We're going to start getting more top-heavy, I can tell. Onion Delivery. Oh my goodness. I love this one. This one is a really hard game too. I have not cherried it yet, but I have gotten the gold. And that was a really hard goal to get. And the only way to get good at Onion Delivery is to play it. You have to learn the map. And not like you memorize the whole thing, but you generally know the proximity of things to each other, and it becomes really satisfying. It's a really fast-paced game. The charm is awesome. I love the aesthetic of it. It's like really grungy. It's really trashy. It's really goofy as well. I think it's just really fun. I love Woogie. Might be my favorite UFO 50 character. I don't even know. It's just really funny. The whole world is great. Finding new routes and just driving smart can be really fun. It's really satisfying to get good at this game. I don't really have much to say. I don't think it's an S tier. honestly. And only because I think there's some games that are better than it. I don't think it's one of my favorites. But it's not my top 10. But I'd probably put it, it's probably going to be like top 15 by the end of this. So yeah. Love Onion Delivery. Really fun. Next up, we have Caramel Caramel. Or some people might say Caramel Caramel. Or something. 2 and 2. This game's going in the top of A- tier. This game's really hard. This game is really hard. It's probably my favorite of all the games I haven't beaten yet. I've been using terminal code to practice the last level, which I have to get back to doing because I have not beaten that yet, but I found all the secret letters, so I think that's the cherry requirement, so I should be able to get that done. This game's really fun. Similar to like Ninpeck or Kick Club, replaying the first levels are actually kind of fun. Like, they're hard, yeah, they're really hard. Second hardest gift in the game is being the egg. I still think complete one job is harder than being the egg. But my god, what the heck? Why is the egg so hard? Why is that first boss so much? Oh my goodness. But the mechanic with the pictures is so fun. There's so many creative things to do with it. So many applications I find really fun every time. Every time I play it, I'm getting new higher scores, and that's really satisfying. It's not as fast-paced as the other shoot-'em-ups, which is good. It's honestly, but it's still really punishing. It makes up for that by being really punishing. You get 2 hits, and then you lose. And if you lose on stage 1, just reset game, because you gotta save up the extra lives for the next one, so you don't want to be losing stage 1. You just gotta start over. And you're probably gonna do that because the game is stupid. The charm is awesome. You're traveling on fun planets. All 3 of the main planets are so charming. Candy Planet, great. The Ghost Minecart Train one, oh my god, love that one. That is my favorite world. The boss is awesome. I love it. Such good vibes. You're traveling the cutest galaxy ever, and I really love it. But it's really hard. Really, really hard. Next up, we have Party House. We already know where this one's going. S tier. This is probably the most popular game of the whole collection, and it's my favorite game of the whole collection. Number 1, I guess spoilers for the rest of these, they're not number 1. Party House is my favorite game on here. Oh my god, and I'm not even good at it. I haven't gotten the cherry disc yet, because my best streak is only 3. But man, I play this one so much. It probably has the game I've opened the most. It was like the second game I beat, too, which is crazy that I've had it, like, not cherry for so long. But once I figured out the rules, I really fell in love with it. Like, I have to go back to Party House. I gotta turn on this game and play more Party House. It's so fun. And it's so charming. It's like, again, it's very low-key. It's like, it's not like super like action-y as many other games. It's very like chill. It's got like that Toe Jam in a real background I really like at the start. It's just great. One of my favorite strategy games on here. Probably one of my favorite strategy games ever made. It's so smart. All the unique random scenarios. There's so many creative ways to do it. Every one of the guests is so interesting. I love experimenting with new ideas every time I play it. Different combinations can be so fun. The RNG is like perfect to keep the game fresh every time I play it without being like annoying. You know, it's a game that's fun to lose. That's the thing. That's why I probably haven't won yet, because I don't mind losing very much. You know, that's the thing. Games can be hard, but if losing is fun, it's great. That's why we like roguelikes, right? Because they make losing fun, I like to say. And this is one of those games where, like, I don't mind winning or losing. I just like having fun, or trying to get close to it, or trying new strategies. And it's really chill. It's really silly. I like the game a lot. And I shouldn't have to go too much on a tangent on this one, because it's one of the most beloved games of the whole collection. Party House is great. Easy S tier. Next up is Hotfoot. And if I could use one word to describe this game, it would just be awkward. Very awkward. I think this is a game, though, that if I start really playing it more, I might finally hit that moment where everything clicks in. The controls, the strategy behind it, and just enjoying the chaos. I might finally lock in and be like, this game's awesome. But it hasn't happened yet. It has not happened yet. I think the game is really stiff, and I don't really care for the idea of it. It's like, this is a stupid elementary school gym game. I just doesn't do much for me in that regard. The game is just awkward. I wish aiming the beanbags was like less stiff. I wish the game wasn't so stiff. Like I like a lot of the sports games on here, and this one just hasn't clicked with me yet, and I find it just really awkward and just like a bit uncomfortable. And it's like I don't think the control's that great yet, but I think once I lock into it, I can like it more. But for now, yeah. Another D tier. We got Divers. Probably right here. I've played it long enough to get the gift, but this game has one fatal flaw, and it's the ugliest game of the whole collection. It's crazy having a game like Porgy, and then later down the list you have another underwater game with just like no charm at all. There's like no music. The menu is like so barbaric for like no reason. Like this is the third row. There's ways to explain things, but the menu in the shop just doesn't tell you anything. You have to look at like guides to know what they do, which is just crazy to understand what's going on. And the game just has no charm. The guys you play as are ugly, right? They're always being ugly. The stupid lizard people I do not like. The enemies are just kind of ugly. The game's just so quiet, and it's just... This game is like my least favorite aesthetic of all of them, and it makes it not that fun to play. It makes me kind of like, ugh, I don't feel like playing this right now. The mechanics are okay. Out of the three like RPGs on here, though, it's like probably the simplest and least interesting. Like you can't really see your characters, and all you really got here's a type system. And sometimes you just can't really win them in the first place. You just have to go backtrack back and forth. And instead of feeling like really powerful, like I don't think Metroidvanias and RPGs are a good combination, honestly. Because a Metroidvania, like you're already spending so much time backtracking and trying to explore the world. Why does every fight have to just be a turn-based thing where like I have to just take mandatory damage that I don't care about, and it's just like I don't really care. This one's really dull. Everyone's like, once you figure it out, it gets really good, and that's true. Like I wouldn't put it in F tier anymore, but the game's still super ugly, and it's not that satisfying. Now I've got the Parasite Hammer, I got the gifts. I played it a little bit since then, but it's not doing much for me. Alright, we have another S tier game here, Rail Heist. Definitely the funniest game of the whole collection. My god, if you can play through this game and not laugh, you have no soul. This game is awesome. It's so creative. Every level, there's like infinite ways to beat it. I don't think I beat it in the correct way every time. I've gotten the gold, no cherry. I have to figure out how to do the time. All my levels have been slow. So that's making me nervous. I'm probably playing it in a really stupid way, but it's great. Another game that's really fun to lose, just because you get tossed around. But also, I love figuring out the levels. I don't know any other game like Rail Heist. I don't know what game it's supposed to be like comparing it to. It's just a really unique package. It's really fun. It's really creative. Really great strategy. You're just on a train trying to rob the sheriffs. And that's it. You just gotta figure it out, and it's really fun and creative. And you spend most time dying and getting launched onto the train tracks and trying to figure out something, and your plan doesn't work out for the 100th time. You gotta try a new strategy, and once you figure out Rail Heist, it really locks in. I wanted another friend of mine to get into this one, and they couldn't get into the controls. Like, they kept pressing the wrong buttons for everything. I guess it was counterintuitive. Don't know what that was about. I felt like the game was really fun. A lot of my strategy involved breaking the floor, so there'd be like traps, which is probably why I need to speed things up and figure out ways to just like worry about killing them less. But yeah, really fun, really silly game. Definitely an S tier. If you haven't tried Rail Heist yet, please give it a shot. It might be confusing at first, but it's really funny. And it's really satisfying and really creative. Next is Vanger. It's really close to being an S, but I'm going to have to put it in an A. I'm really surprised I like Vanger this much, because I don't actually like Metroid very much. This is the most Metroid of all the games on here. But this game is really great. I think what it did is it really focused on being a really small package. There's 3 sectors. You can fit them all on like the one screen for the map. And there's only 4 upgrades. It's a very small package, but it's really interesting. First, the gravity switch is so fun. It adds so much complexity to all the areas you're in. I love the upgrade system. That's what really made me fall in love with it. The fact that you can attach each upgrade to a different part of your body that does different things, and you can mix and match the combinations. That's something Metroid has always needed, honestly. It made it so much more fun. Honestly, the character is so great. And instead, one thing I do like about Metroid is the aesthetic of it, the vibe of it, being on this isolated planet. But then Vanger comes in, and we're just in a fast, such energetic music. You're in a pretty active and alive space station, which I think really worked in its favor, specifically for Vanger. I don't think Metroid would make it work very much, because that's not the game it is. But Vanger really has its own idea going on here. All the music is great. All the worlds are really fun. I love the upgrade system, like I said before. And it's really close to being S tier. My only problem is, well, there's two problems. One, you can't look at the map whenever you want. You have to go back to the save points, which is super lame. And then there's some items that are just like hidden, like invisible. And you just have to look up a guide. And that's kind of a big downer for me. But honestly, still pretty big at A tier. One of the best of the collection. Love Vanger. Next is Rock on Island. I'm just gonna put in the C tier. I like it a bit more than Mortal. I really suck at this one. I really suck at this one. I must not be really good at tower defense. I probably really suck at these games. Cause I am just like, I'm at this one level. I forget what it's called, but there's 3 different entrances. And I'm just like, I don't know where else to put the guys, but I am sucking. But at least at the same time, it's very casual, right? Like, it's a level select, so it's not like I have to win each level a million times in a row and figure it out. I have no idea how I'm going to get the cherry unless I look at a guide. And that's the thing, really. It's just, I think the strategy really comes down to nailing your first few turns, because you need as much meat as possible to really stack up in other parts. But I really don't know what to do. I'm just trying random stuff. Unfortunately, I just don't think I'm a big tower defense person. I don't think this one's really convinced me that this is a genre I need to get into, because it's just not hitting for me as much. I don't think it's one of my favorites, but it's casual. It's really hard, but it's kind of casual. Like, I'm not getting really stressed out over the game or getting really frustrated. I just kind of stopped playing it. The music's solid, but it's alright. C tier. Nothing great. Another C tier. We have Pin Golf, going right under Golfaria, actually. This game is more fun than Golfaria, but it needs more content. There's only, the 18 holes, and that's it. Once you learn them, you kind of got it, you're kind of done. My high score is currently 4. I'm going to get the cherry eventually. But it's pretty fun, right? Like, it's fun playing multiplayer for the first time. I love the dunk system. Oh my goodness, that made it so much more fun. But, like, it's one of those games. It just needs more content, right? You just need more holes. And there's not too much to it once you beat the game. It's pin golf. Pinball golf. It's pretty silly. It's pretty fun. Then it's over. And, yeah, C tier. Sorry for the string of C tiers. We have Mortal 2. I'm actually putting it between the golf games. It might be satisfying to see them together, but that's where it's going. I like it more than Mortal 1, but it has some of the same flaws. Like, it's not a really satisfying platformer. It's not like it's like super precise or anything. It's kind of stiff, but also kind of like floaty. It's not really the greatest. I haven't played this one much because I kind of want to beat Mortal 1 first before I beat this one. And I don't feel like playing Mortal enough, so I haven't played this one much. But I do like this one more. I've gotten a lot more progress. I've gotten like 8 keys at some point. But man, it is going to be so long to figure out the route I have to take to get all the keys. Just figuring it out. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. And it's not really the most, again, similar to like Barbuda or Mortal, while I do appreciate all the things about Mortal 2, it isn't really fun doing the things over and over again. It's just like, it's alright. And the aesthetic's real weird. I don't really know what it's going for. It's just kind of like awkward. Just the world itself, the way it looks, it's just like, I don't know what it's trying to go for. But I like it more. It's a fun game. I like it. Next up is Fist Hell. So here's something I gotta tell you about UFO 50. What it does is it likes to take out a lot of these old retro genres, and it adds a really cool twist to it. That makes it really interesting. It might make it accessible for people who are not as into the genre, because they want us to try all the games, obviously. Like, they don't want to be so much of a gatekeeper. But Fist Hell, what does it really do that other beat-em-ups don't? Like, if you're not into beat-em-ups, why are you going to be playing Fist Hell? There's really not much else to it. And it's really polished. Oh my gosh, it controls, like, you ever play Streets of Rage on Genesis? This controls way better than that. Way better than the Double Dragons, whatever. It controls really fluidly for its time. But it's really simple. And, like, people have figured out that the jab is obviously the best option. The game is, you know, just gotta beat it, right? You get infinite continues, so just keep trying at it. Although cherrying it is gonna be crazy. Oh my god, how am I gonna do that? Like, there were like 3 levels I beat without dying. Stage 1, 2, and 4. And then it's like, there's like stage 3, which like I might be able to learn it, but I have to replay stage 1 and 2 over and over to get there. And then stage 5 is just crazy hard. Like, you get to that beach area and there's just a bunch of enemies that spawn in front of the house. And the aliens are just like swiping at you. Like, oh my god. I don't know how I'm going to be the cherry for this one. I liked it, but like, if you don't care about beat 'em ups, there's not much to it. And I've never been a big beat 'em up person. Kind of simple. Alright, we got some really good games coming up. Next up is Overbold, S tier. The best game with alpha in it. Sorry, Valgress. This game is really fun. It's really fun. It's just one screen and you're shooting enemies. It's so simple, right? You increase the bet and you buy more stuff every each round and you can be more powerful. But it's really fun. I don't know what to tell you. All the enemies, despite how ugly they are, really add a lot to each run. They're really complex in their own way. Like, I think the composition of them is really smart and really well designed. It's really satisfying. I really don't like the toucan spiders. They can be really annoying. But they add a lot to it. And like 90% of my playtime is just being to stage 1 and trying stage 2 with 800 as a reward and getting screwed over by getting close every time. Just playing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. What a fun game though. I really liked it. Unfortunately, it's in the bottom of S tier because like once I got the cherry for it, you know, it was over. I beat it and I still had to play it another like 5 hours to cherry it because I was so greedy. Like, I was so greedy with this one. But there's not much to it. I think I'd like to try and play a run where I can get all the upgrades in one run. I think that's going to be really satisfying. And once you get late game, it's pretty easy. But overall, love this one. My only actual critique is, can we have like 2 more backgrounds, please? Or like songs that just alternate between each run? Because the red area is dull. That's it. And the model's kind of weird. Aesthetically, it needs a bit more. But other than that, it's great. Here we have another S tier though, Campanella 2. What a hard game, but what a great game. Oh my goodness, I did not expect to love Campanella 2 this much after playing Campanella. The game is really hard though. It's like, people keep saying Spelunky 3. I wouldn't know, I'm not familiar with Spelunky as much, but... And it's great. Another game where I think the RNG doesn't bother me as much. I like exploring all the world in the UFO, trying to find all the stars, but trying to balance it so you can still go through all the doors, get all the upgrades, and the game isn't that hard. But like, you can't make many mistakes, and that's what makes it hard. You really have to lock in, and like one screw up, and you're like, might be just over. You get hit on stage 1 again, and you're like, damn it. I have to go for the healing again instead of upgrading again, because you just have to always be healing up and upgrading your health, and it's like, oh my goodness. My only complaint is that, like, the 2D sections can get repetitive if you've been playing for 15 goddamn hours, and you're on the stage 1 levels again, you're like, okay. And sometimes the RNG is just really stupid, like, the level layout can just be like, where are all the stars? This is so stupid. But... really fun. I love the aesthetic of it. Stage 1 is beautiful, in my opinion. I love playing as Isabelle. And what an engaging experience. I was so close to getting the cherry. I'm so frustrated I have not cherried it yet. Because I've gotten 3 scrolls multiple times, but I just didn't do it on my successful attempts. And I love how on the game description it says, you've gotten 3 scrolls, but I still don't have a cherry. And I haven't played it in a while because the game's hard, and I'm going to have to relearn the game. But it won't take me as long to cherry it, I know that, so For now, S tier though. I loved it. Caramel 2 was great. It was beautiful. Really hard. Next up is Hyper Contender. I'm going to put it above Velgress, but below Warp Tank. I love platform fighters, so this game was immediately fun for me. It's very simple, definitely more of a casual one. It was great. I loved it. The game was really easy too. Like, I know it's not as like forgiving in continues, but you still get continues, and really the game's not that hard. The cherry requirement was to beat the game with 4 characters. That's lame. I beat it with 8. I beat it with every character so far. Some characters were harder to win with. Like, I sucked at playing Donkus. He's really hard to play. He seems like a really, like, awkward character. I get what they're going for, though. He's fun. And there's characters like Elka, who, like, she gets the double jump and she just wins. Hyper Contender, it's really fun. I like the mechanics a lot. Some characters are really fun. My main is currently Yogo. I really like how the grapple has so many options with it. You can use it for offense. You can use it to grab the rings. Really fun. Really simple platform fighter. Really great. I don't love the way it looks sometimes. Another game where I think the aesthetic could just been better. I like the character designs quite a lot. They're really fun. I wish they were used more in the rest of the games. Like reference, like Braz got in Quibble Race, but like that's it. Like, okay. Why him? Why not everybody else? They're cool. Really great designs, but I don't know. I wish I like the backgrounds more, the stages more, is all. But like, it's still really replayable. Definitely an A-tier game. It's great. Next up is Valbrace. And out of all 50 games on here, this is the biggest I just need to play it more game of the collection. I'm going to put it above Rock on Island. I just need to play Valbrace more. It's currently my lowest playtime, and I know once I do play it more, I'm going to like it. There's some games on here where I'm like, I need more playtime, but I don't think it's going to go over B tier. I think easily Valbrace could become like an A- tier. I enjoyed it. When I play it again, I'm going to start over my file, because I don't really care how I upgraded myself anyway. I tried to go for the gift instead of just like maybe playing the game more. I just upgraded all of one stat. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I missed details in the first maps, but I don't think I love navigating it as much. Like, what is this game called? Like a dungeon game? Whatever. Like having to press buttons to open doors, or just going... The way you just control it isn't the greatest, but I still really like exploring the area. I like the combat is really fun. The RPG elements are really great in this one. I like that the levels aren't really randomly generated. Like, it's not like a roguelike. You can make progress, and it's really satisfying. Like, this game's not going to be, like, really aggravating, I don't think. Like, it's probably going to be hard, but, like, I can make my progress and just retry levels pretty easily. I don't know, I like Valbrace, I just don't have much time with it. And it's not, like, glowing. There's a reason why I haven't played it much, because I just don't think this genre is doing much for me. But, still, I gotta give Valbrace more time. Next up is Rakshasa. I didn't like this game at first, but over time, it became a really highlight for me. And that's because the game was so hard, it got so much playtime. At first, I didn't like the aesthetic either, but the further you get into the game, the more charming it gets. Like, the more nice backgrounds there are, the more music there is. And it kind of made me appreciate the earlier levels, too, with, like, just the environmental noises. Has its perks. I finally understand why people like games like this, like the Ghosts and Goblins, with the really stiff jumps. I get it now. And the game can still be really frustrating. Oh my goodness, there's so many areas that I think are annoying, where enemies might just spawn on top of you. That gets on my nerves. One thing I don't like about the game is how when you die, the levels just get harder. I like the dying system, where you have to survive this bullet hell to keep going. It's really fun. But then the levels around you, they start just spawning more enemies. They just get impossible. And really, if you want to beat Rakshasa, you just have to beat it without dying until like the last boss, and then you can survive a bit more. You just have to try not dying, or relying on getting the bells. You have to get as few deaths as possible, or else the game just gets impossible. Not to mention, you might think that you should die so you get more rewards for more points. Not really. This is what bothers me so much about Rakshasa. I only had like 2 deaths by the final boss, and I forget the number, but I was I was about 100 points away from getting the cherry requirement on my winning attempts. All I know is one of the golds that despawned that I was collecting for the final boss would have gotten me the cherry. And I will never live this down. I'm so frustrated. The game's so hard. I have to beat it again. Just for 100 more points? Are you kidding me? And I'm not going to do that by dying. I'm going to keep going for a no-death attempt. I'm just going to pick up more gold instead of skipping it. And that's it. I'm going to win. That's fine, but... oh, man. Hard game. It might not be for everybody, but I liked it. A-. Next is Star Wasper. I'm probably going to put this on the top of C tier. A pretty simple shoot 'em up, but it's really fast. I think that makes up for it. Like, Caramel is a lot more fun, but Star Wasper is a bit more pick up and play and just go. You have to really commit to, like, Caramel sometimes. But I wish there was more to Star Wasper. It's a short game, and I suck so much at it. I've only made it to stage 3, and I know it's only like 5 stages. Man, this game is just frustrating, I think. Like, it's so demoralizing when you just get just one hit and you lose all your upgrades. Like, come on. Or just, you pick up one wrong letter and there goes your score. I feel like it's very demoralizing. Even though it can be also really fast and really satisfying, and the upgrades can be really cool, and you can be dodging so many enemies on screen, but just one hit, and I'm just like, I don't feel like playing this anymore. It's like such a high, and then you crash. It's like, oh, great. Now I don't want to do it. And, you know, there's not too much to it. There's not really any new mechanics. You just kind of spell egg over and over and over again. And then you go for GGG. Then you just go back to spelling eggs, and it's just like, alright. There's not... I don't know. I can't put it much higher than that. Next is Grimstone. I have gotten the cherry for Grimstone. I have beaten the longest game on here. It's my highest playtime. I'm not putting it in S tier. I'm putting it in A tier. What a cool experience. I love that they put such a long RPG on here. I mean, I guess it's not that long. It's only long in the context as there's 50 goddamn games in the collection. This game has so much BS, though. So many old RPG problems. Oh my goodness. It needs so many more quality of life stuff. I think my biggest tilter was the fact that I can land my shot and still miss because it wasn't the red shot. Like, that's stupid. Oh my goodness. There's already a QTE to determine accuracy. Why am I still missing? That bothered me. And then it was also very grindy, especially at the start. It took so long to get going. Once it gets going, you can get really into it. And you might have to stop for grinding for a bit, but you can... It just takes so much time to get going. Once you're at Heston, it's hard to make progress to the Black Prison. You just grind more and more and more and more. Once you get past the Black Prison, back to the third area in Oster and Re-Evolve, things pick up a bit. But not really, because then the enemies are so much stronger, they kick your ass again, you have to start grinding a bit. Near the end of the game, grinding gets a lot less common. You know, you can hold your own in a lot of fights, you have more teeth to buy more items to get yourself going. Like, you've stockpiled a lot at the bank. Then eventually you find all the section with the alligators, so beating the final boss is not that hard. You go through the alligators like 3 times, and you've... now you're at level 40, and you can beat them pretty easily. I got the cherry attempt, my first time beating the final boss. The game has so much charm. I love the world. I wouldn't think about it, but it's so creative. You know, I'm so over the fantasy aesthetic that, like, a Western JRPG really took me off guard. It was really great. I usually wouldn't be into Westerns, but, like, it really was really satisfying. It was really creative, too. Being in a world that was sent to hell. And it was really, it's a cool experience. It's a cool experience. There's so many little things, though. It's all in the little things that can drive you crazy. It needs so many quality of life improvements. But as an experience, I still love Grimstone. Not gonna play it again, ever again. I was thinking I might go back and play it with different characters, because my roster was lame. I had Bull, Anne, Doc, and Rufus, which are very simple characters, versus, like, Umbra. I can get new spells from talking to animals, or the one that, like, the thief one, or Lee. I think he was really creative. I forget what he did from the guide, but they seemed fun. But I was looking it over. The stuff they can unlock is stuff just Anne gets by leveling up. So, like, sure. Don't really need all that stuff. It's fine. I'm done with Grimstone. I'm finally done with Grimstone. My goodness. That game took me 24 hours to beat. A whole day, I guess. Alright, final row. 10 more games. I've been talking for a very long time. I'm going to trim a lot out, probably. Next, we have Lords of Disconia. I'm going to put that above Avianos. This game, I like it. I also don't like it, because it's kind of a commitment to play. Like, I like the fact that it's not just doing levels over and over again. It's kind of like a war of attrition to beat each campaign. But that also makes it hard to just pick up and play sometimes when you're feeling it. But it's a pretty fun experience. It's like Carom, but it's turned into like some weird RPG. I don't really care for the aesthetic much of it. Knights, castles don't do much for me, honestly, but it's still really fun. It can be really annoying because the AI is just so much smarter than you, but you can still sometimes really tough it out, and I think it makes it really fun to win sometimes. Beating levels in Lords of Disconia feels really good, and that's what makes it great. But it's hard to pick up and play. It's just a bit too long. Why was the gift beating 5 whole levels? That's a lot. That's a lot of playtime to get just the one gift. Like half the game? Really? Oh my goodness. And the game got hard pretty quickly. I'm on like campaign 7 still, I think. 7 or 8. You know, definitely an A tier. Like, A tier is good. I think we forget, like, this is, like, basically one tier divided. Because there was so many A tiers. You know, like, this is still a great game. I like Lords of Disconia a lot. But it's just not one of my favorites. Alright, next up is Night Manor. I don't really care for Night Manor. Thankfully, the game isn't that scary, really. Like, it can't be. Because they want us to play all the games. You're not going to play a game that, like, some people just can't play. I mean, I'm sure some people still just are so scared of it, but it's not much to it. My problem is I just don't think it's that good. I think the point and click is lame. Like, it's a cool genre, but, like, so much of it is you're just clicking around the screen. Really, you're just trial and erroring so much of it. So much stuff just isn't clear or, like, very apparent to you. And then the villain gets so tedious. Like, you have to go escape, do another QTE, just to go back, and just trial and error and figure out, like, what goes where. Nothing really clicked obvious. Nothing was obvious to me. Maybe people who play this game, everything, like, went into piece. Everything figured out. Like, this is the obvious solution here. This item goes here. But, like, I don't know. I didn't know I'm supposed to use the thing to cut open the mulch or whatever. Or this key goes to that one, but that key doesn't go to this. There's, like, 4 different keys. And I don't know. I ended up playing on Halloween. I was like, I didn't play it much. And it was like Halloween. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play Night Manor tonight. And then I just got kind of bored. When I saw the villain show up, I would just reset game. It was so much faster. Just to get back to where I was. Like, what's the point? I just don't care. And I haven't played it since. I really haven't cared to play it since. I'm like, this is so tedious. Like, what, is it April now? And I haven't played Night Manor much more. I think I played it a little bit. But, like, not very long. I just, like, this is such a tedious game. I'm just gonna look at the guide. Waste my time. Overall, yeah. D tier, not great. Next up, this might be polarizing. Alphazar's Hat. Not only is it S tier, it's one of my favorites. This is a top 3 game. I'm pretty sure it's my 3rd favorite. What a great game. In terms of the aesthetic and vibe, I brought that up a lot. Alphazar's Hat wins. It has the 2nd best OST. I have not revealed the best OST yet. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be, looking at the rest of the games. Spoilers, I guess. But, love the music. I love the world. I love that they kept going with a winter theme. That was great. It's Pocky and Rocky. That's really fun. I love the upgrades. It's similar to, like, Star Wasper, but it's, you know, you get to keep it. You get one hit, and you're like, oh, I still have my upgrades, though. I might just have to go for a heal. Crazy concept. Love the world a lot. It's really fun. I love the level design. The power-ups are really satisfying, too. The characters are so cute. The music's great. I love the bonus minigame. I have not shared it yet, because I've been using the code Sideshow to learn the bonus game, so I can beat the game with a cherry. But my time playing it has been so fun. I've played it like twice. I've beaten the game like twice now. Just no cherry yet. Really fun. Really charming. I don't know what to say, because it's not that complicated of a game. Right? It's a Pocky and Rocky, and it's not that hard to beat with, you know, without continues, I guess. And It's just super cute. The vibe is just perfect. I love it. The music's great. I can't get over some of the songs, especially the first song. Like, if you like Kirby, you might really like the music. Honestly, it's such great vibes. What a great experience. I loved Alphazar's hat. And then right after that, we have my second favorite game of the collection. This is such a great comfort game. Honestly, I've beaten the game, what, 7-8 times now? I've upgraded a bunch. I don't know what I'm going to do once my totems are fully upgraded. I'm going to be so depressed without my pilot quest to just turn on the background. Oh my goodness. I have gotten a cherry eventually. I did that on my second playthrough, which is my longest playthrough because I was grinding up Zoldynax to buy energy to beat Nuzlocke. But it was really fun. I love the world. It's so relaxing. It's like my comfort game on here at this point, besides Party House. I could just turn on Pilot Quest and just go do my business again. It's like, I feel like this game is like the face of UFO 50 at this point. So great. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm running out of steam. I've talked about, what, 44 games at this point? But Pilot Quest is just amazing. The music's great. The wild area is great. Pilot is a great guy. I love Tiramisu. They're just there for company. That's awesome. It's randomly generated, so like it's kind of different each time, but you still kind of know the gist of it. I don't know. I've beaten it 8 times now. Like, I'm still in the mood to play Pilot Quest when I turn on UFO 50. I love that it's so genius to put an idle game in here that gets progress while you're playing other games. That's so genius. I would have never thought of that. You know what else is great? Minion Max. Yeah, another S tier, another S tier. Now it's the second biggest tier. Oh my goodness, this last row is cracked. Minion Max is crazy. This game is insane with content. Minion Max, this might be the most, like, besides Grimstone, this might be the most content-rich game on here. And it takes place in this just one closet. Oh my goodness, there's so much to this game. There's so many side quests. This game has side quests in it, and there's 50 games on here, and this game has so many stuff to do in it. So many towns to find, so many objectives to do. Just turn on the game, you'll find something to do. Like, I haven't shrunk in this spot yet. Oh my gosh, here's some stuff to do. And I played the game for another hour at this point because there's so much. There's so much, and the game is so charming. Right? There's so many upgrades, so many items. What a cool experience. I love the world of Minion Max so much, and there's so many great cameos from other games there. Just so many things to explore. I don't know what else there is to say. I still feel like I have so much more to see in Minion Max, and after beating the game already. Everyone likes this one. What a cool platforming experience. Really, I love exploring this world so much. Okay, Bug Hunter is getting a bit lonely. We'll have combatants added here too. This is the only other F tier. Only 2 F tiers. Combatants, I have beaten Combatants. I have not cherried it. I have beaten it. I can't in good faith put it in D tier because it's a trash game. It's so slow. The charm of it is the jank, right? Like, trying to figure out how to, like, manipulate the AI to beat the levels in unintentional ways, which I think is what, I don't know if that's intentional, but the game is intentionally kind of sloppy and, like, because of the lore. But no, I like it more than Bug Hunter only because there's music in the first place and it's easier. Like, the game's not that hard. Like, it is really, if you don't know what you're doing, obviously it's stupid. But once you figure out, oh, kite the enemies, just bait them over here, and trickle down. It's really slow, really tedious, really stupid. It's just dumb game. But it's not that hard, so, it's F. We all know Combatants is stupid. If you like it, you're not surprised. Like, this is the 30th time I've seen Combatants in F tier. Like, yep, true. Next, we have Quibble Race. Just like Big Bell Race, I beat this game on the first try. Technically, my brother was using the controller, but we were strategizing together, and we beat it immediately. Just good RNG, I guess, and I didn't play it very much, because I was like, there's not much to it. We didn't really use much of the menus. We just kind of bet on the right things, and we're like, well, let's just see how this goes. And it ended up working out. Okay, cool. And if you want the cherry, you actually have to use more of the menus. But it still wasn't that hard. The game's too RNG dependent to really be amazing. But this game is super funny. It is really, really funny. Oh my goodness. What? I didn't give it much of a shot. Like, once I beat it the first time, I'm like, okay, this is kind of like a D or F. That was lame. But the more you play it, the more you realize it's just really goofy. Just screwing around. And since I've beaten it, I have gotten the cherry of it. And then I played it some more with a friend who came over. And not only was it really fun playing it with them, but we got like 40,000. He destroyed my record by like 3 times. It was crazy. And then you have multiplayer, where they don't look at each other's moves, and it's really fun. And at this point, yeah, I'm done with Quiver Race. There's not much for me to do. Like, I've gotten insane scores on it. The game is really easy, right? Unless I have more people to come over to play Quiver Race with, it's gonna stay in C tier, because there's not much to it. Next up, Seaside Drive. Going in the S tier, baby. I've beaten this game twice now. This is my #1 OST of the whole game. Stages 2, 1, 4. I don't know why I did it in that order. Those 3 stages, so the top 3 songs in the game, basically. They're all good. The vibes are great, the backgrounds are great. It's super fun, it's satisfying to just weave through all these projectiles. Oh my goodness. I love this one. I can't get enough of Seaside Drive. I wish it was longer. That's my only thing. I wish there was more to it, because the game's not hard. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of challenging, but, like, I've beaten it twice now with cherry levels of scores, and I don't have that much playtime on it compared to any of these other S tiers. But, man, it's great. It's a fun vibe. It's fast-paced. It's got great music. I've talked about 48 games now. I might just need a break. I need a cough drop after this, for real. But Seaside Drive is one of the best games on this whole thing. Next is Campanella 3. I'm gonna put it in B tier. This game was hard to figure out at first, but I've beaten it. It's the most recent game I beat, and when I did beat it, I got the cherry too. I thought the requirement would be to beat the game without continues, but no, you need a high score. And after a while, if you perfect stage 1, get 400 points, you're gonna get the cherry, realistically. Right? Like, I was able to get myself extra lives. Like, if you perfect stage 1, the bonus stage is all orange balloons. So you'll get an extra continue. And you might even get another continue just from getting more bonus stages. It's easy to get more continues. And you'll still be dying. So to cherry it, it'll save your best attempts, basically. Like, you might die on stage 4. Then you try it again, you ace stage 4, and now you have a better score for it anyway, so it was really easy to get the cherry. Honestly. It was so easy to get high scores. The game was hard at first, and it was mostly because of the stage 2. I kept getting stuck at that boss, but once I finally locked in and, like, started shooting the hands from the sides, I ended up just beating the whole game in one go. I liked it. The music was really good, the levels were really good, it was really satisfying. I still think it's the worst of the Campanellas, because it's kind of short, and it's the easiest one of the bunch. You know what? I'm going to put it over here. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I'm going to put it in the A tier, actually. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm looking at it, like, how fun it was anyway, even if it was easy and short. Like, it has my lowest playtime, but I liked it. It might be recency bias, because it's the most recent game I finally beat, but I had a good time playing it. I don't know, I was kind of upset, because I was like, I might want to save Campanella 3 for the last game I beat, as a nice little finale, and the game just ended up being really easy. But, honestly, the Campanella series is awesome. All 3 games are pretty great. So is Pilot Quest, and so is Playing as Zoldath. Yeah, it's the worst of the Campanellas, but Playing as Zoldath is still good. And finally, we have Cyber Owls. I'm gonna put it... probably here. Yeah. This game took me a while to get. I'm actually gonna put it in the bottom. I'm gonna put it right here, actually. I'm gonna put it at top B tier. It took me a while to figure it out, and once I did, it was great. Obviously, the game is silly. they're going for that Saturday morning cartoon vibes with the comic spin-off. So there's a parody of like the Cheetah Men from Action 52. Except this one's way cooler, like they're owls. Owls are awesome, they got great designs. And the humor is really great. And as an experience, it's great. There's 4 different games, one for each of the owls, and one final mission, which is great. But I can't really put it much higher, because individually, none of the games are that special. Right, Gwyn's is really annoying, because you only have 2 hits. Honestly, it's my least favorite, and it's like the longest one. Then there's Huxley, which is really basic. A little too simple. Then there's Engel, which is alright, and Octavia, which could be kind of also annoying. Like, they're all kind of average, which I think is why it's a B tier, but together, really cool package. Really cool package. I don't have to beat the game without, like, dying to get the cherry. Like, what the heck? What is going on? I thought it would be, like, beat the game without, like, losing all your lives. No going to jail. But no, you just can't die at all. I don't even know what the heck I'm going to do about that. That's going to be crazy hard. One of the hardest cherries, I think. But, you know, I beat the game. It was really cool. I do not like the freeing the owl missions at all. Those are not fun in the slightest. They're stiff, they're awkward, they're hard to understand. And it's best just to restart if you lose. Just do all 4 in a row. And then go to the final mission. Which can be tedious if you lose the final mission too. So yeah, I'm set on the beats here. There's some problems with this one, but it's still really fun. That is my UFO 50 tier list. I told you it would become more top heavy as things went on. S tier was big, A tier was great. So I love UFO 50. If you haven't played it yet, please do. Buy a PC for it. Hope it gets on the Switch. That's it for this tier list. I hope I didn't go for too long. I think I went for like probably like 2 hours. I gotta trim a lot of it though. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't get too mad at me for putting Bug Hunter Immortal low. I put Party House up here, so I promise I'm cool. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.